Workout number 2, shoulder day, number 2. Starting with some reverse grip presses here on a Smith machine. We're not quite satisfied with the way it feels, but the last set felt good for me. So we may move. But this is a reverse grip shoulder press on a Smith machine. We got my beautiful lady Danielle, Mona, Mike's wife. There's Mike. And then back there in the corner is the mahogany meatball, Big Jeff. And that's why I always say delts to the ears so that you really finish with that front delt. Just another way to think about how to get everything out of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, that's my guy. Go. There we go.
So what we're doing here, you see we're setting up the pins on the Smith so that the negative stops at a certain spot. Not only is that good for making the exercise a little bit more difficult by changing the range of motion, keeping the tension on the front delt, it's also safer because it's not gonna come down too far and overstretch you or anything. It's gonna stop at a certain point. You can really make sure you're in the right position and push with the delts the way we need to.
Yep.
One,
Go.
2, hit.
Drop it down.
Oh.
To the bottom. Thank you, sir. Captain, my captain.
That fuck, those last 2 were, man. These 2 second workouts, they get you. They get you. Workout number 2 will get you. Well, we're almost done. It's already almost 3. It's leaning forward. We're leaning forward to keep the pressure out of our upper back and our traps and into the lateral head of the delts, a little bit of the front delt. Keep in mind, this is our heavier workout today. We did a little bit more isolation stuff at the beginning of the day, early in the morning. So here we go with some heavier stuff. We got some dumbbell side laterals now. We're working hard. Oh! Oh! Yeah. Well, we talked about this one, right?
No, the next one.
The next one we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the pec deck back in the third room, and we're gonna go over-exaggerated with a really high rear delt fly. Okay, we're gonna change the angle. Earlier this morning, we started our workout with rear delts and did everything parallel. This just gives us another opportunity to squeeze that rear delt and get the trap to close from another angle. So as you see here, come from here, out. The contraction is much different than if it's down here, coming out. You're gonna do so much less of everything else through your upper back. So that's why we're doing it. Bang. Oh. So we'll go over from the pec deck and we'll come straight here and do some rear delt rows, which I'll explain to you as I do them. You'll kind of see it. Always remember the rear delt's still a muscle and it still applies, the same rules of physiology apply, right? So you have to put it under stress. And the rear delt, being that it's a small muscle, kind of an assisting muscle, it doesn't usually get put under the same amount of stress as say your pec or your lat. But with the rear delt row that I'm gonna do after this, you're really gonna see the stress come. And it's gonna be something that'll really pump up that rear delt. So the whole goal there is to stay vertical enough to not use your lats and your back. You stay vertical enough and pull the elbows up to get the delts by themselves. That's where this really comes in. We're doing these to see how far we can go. we want to see how crazy we can look. Now, Mike's goal here is to get to a certain body weight to guest pose December 9th. And so his diet is, and of course I'm not going to get into specifics because no point, but his diet is restricted to the point where he's going to train in an extreme deficit for the entire month. He hopes to lose, north of 30 pounds to really get skinless. Okay, and me, I don't want to be skinless, and I'm not quite ready to lose muscle yet. For the look, I'm still growing. So my goal here is to train this way and eat the same diet so as to hopefully maintain the same body weight throughout the entire month. And so it's just a different strategy to really increase the anabolic nature of my month, to increase the caloric burn and the caloric need. Mike and I were talking earlier today about how a lot of people will diet after the holidays to get rid of the shit food that they eat throughout the holidays and, recover from it, et cetera, try to look better come the new year. Where this way, my method will make it so that come Thanksgiving and Christmas, I can eat whatever the hell I want, and my metabolism will be going so fast at such a high rate of burning calories that it won't matter. So I've prepared for the holidays ahead of time. Stay tuned, let's see how it works. This is the first for me, it's the first for Mike, it's the first for everybody. But we're pushing the limits. And you know why? Because that's just what we enjoy, is seeing how much we can do. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. There'll be more to come. I'll throw it up on my YouTube. Obviously, follow me, Doug Fouché, on Instagram, and you can email me, dougfouché@gmail.com. My website, BeTheTide.one, that's www.bethetide.one. Man, drop me a line. Let's start a conversation. I love this shit. Thanks so much for watching.